came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 18 gamer. 55, come on. It's a party now. It's a party now. Come on.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Ready?
Now Mixon. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We got 4.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready. Black 25. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 56. Let's get up.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Winston. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Play action now. Winston gets this one to Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent. and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
57. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bird. An reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready? Black 25 behind. 56. Go, go, go.
Off the play fake, Winston. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They go play action. Winston rolling to his right. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bird looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Following the interception, Winston. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Hill shedding the tackle. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Catch made here by Campbell. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Hey, tight. Watch twitch. General West. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Deuce. Watch the ship. Hey. Ready.
Here's Blue. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Greer going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Singletary. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. 19 yards there on the pickup. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Walker, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And that'll be incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go draw here. Blue. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Here's Greer. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
To throw again on second down. Greer, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Greer now, 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Greer looks to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, it's Blue. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Greer. He hits Blue. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll run on second down with blue. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Off play action, Greer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Back to throw. Patterson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a second and 7. And his throw is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it'll bring up third down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 25 on second down, Greer. He sets to fire deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. On the carry, this is Blue. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
53, Mike 53.
They go again with Blue. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Blue. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, Haywood! Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Open man is Uzomah. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, 32 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Get him.
They'll run on 1st down. Blue. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get it.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Greer. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or playing the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Matt Longacre, the one to bring him down.
Check.
No gain on the play.
To throw on 2nd down, Patterson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Patterson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Patterson. He's going to fire one. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
53 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they
Get it.
Now it's Greer. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Let's go.
On first down, Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He's going to field this at the 4. And, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And a Dolphin first down.
Down. 70. Indy.
Crunch time, defense.
Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, Patterson gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking to throw. Patterson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, 5, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
10 Lobo. Mike 58 right there. They're not ready for this, man. Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The throw over the middle taken in and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 12-yard line.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
53 is mine.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what